It look like one is the last one. We have all the technical problems. Bonsoir à tout le monde, j'espère que tout le monde va bien. Bienvenue dans notre dernière émission Conversation de l'année 2025. Je précise parce que si je dis dernière, ils vont dire bon, il arrête, il revient plus. Because the last year I had the same thing I said, that was the last show. Je suis là, dernier show pour l'année. Ce soir, on devait être trois, mais je pense que voilà, on devait être deux, mais on est trois. Il faut savoir que quand Jeannette Gomes est dans la maison, on est en dédoublement, comme dit la langue française. Donc, ce soir, on va faire un petit récap politiquement ou autre chose sur notre territoire, parce que je pense que c'est notre territoire. Si on ne peut pas parler de notre territoire, qui le parlera de notre territoire? So, good evening to everybody. As we announced on the social media, we have a recap show tonight. Supposed to be sex. We only two, and and the two, and normally when she walk in the studio with me, all the same, she got good luck because you have certain things who don't walk when she not there. From the time she walk in, she do. I can't say it because she clear skin. I don't have no chance with clear skin woman. But she in the house. We gonna do a little recap for this year, how went good, how we watching the new year, because we know it's not everything bad in the country because it got worse than us. So I was telling somebody today, at least today we could buy lunch. You have people who cannot buy lunch. You have people who cannot decide today they're going to waterfront, eat red snapper. Even someone say too expensive, but we could do it. So we have to say thanks for this year. It have ups and downs. So tonight in conversation, I have she's not my guest. She was my co-host. So she'll be my co-host for election. I don't know for 27 if she will be my co-host. If she will be my co-host for 27 in the studio, if we still there. And then so normally she'll be my co-host. So tonight she is not my guest, but she's my co-host. Okay. So we'll talk a recap. We have Jeannette Gomes in the studio with me. No stranger to conversation, no stranger to youth radio. And come par hasard, both of us dress up black. So, I don't know what I mean. I don't know what I mean. So, voilà. Madame Gomes, I gotta call you Madame Gomes. Anyway, Madame Gomes, so politesse à tout le monde.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. It's good to be back. We had for the last show of the year. It's good to be back.
Where you was?
Where I was? I don't know. On the island.
Okay, you wasn't that. You was what?
Surviving.
How you was surviving?
How you mean? Things rough out there.
Yeah, still there. Everybody could see you now because you wasn't watching the camera. So, how was your year? because you know we're gonna do a little recap, but we have to see how we see the year, because we had a lot of things we went through politically. We have a stable government for 5 years. You know, we have to go in a culture, because you know back then, French, sorry, we didn't have this stable government. We always had somebody getting injected. It showed itself. The first one was Monsieur Constant Fleming. After we get Alain Richardson, then we get the real government who sit down for 5 years was Daniel Gibbs, Tim Gibbs 2017. And then we get RSM House down now for 5 years. So how's the feeling? Because we getting stability compared to the other side. Because the other side, you pull one seat, the government falls. So, so how was the feeling, comment dit, politiquement parlant, for us?
Okay, 2025 was the year that I would say the mask fall off, the honeymoon ended, and yeah, we discovered what government is all about.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe not completely. We still have maybe more surprises to come, but I think 2025 is the year that the honeymoon was over. No more, yeah, honeymooning and more. Okay, this is what the government is about.
Okay, but I believe for this year, okay, we went into the organisation aussi, what they call the name of the organisation Caribbean there. We went in it, and after it's a plus, but until today, I don't see. I see they talking about every other islands, and I see see nothing about we for the moment. Okay, maybe it's too early. I don't know, but after is a good thing, because I believe um as Caribbean people, we need don't wait. It's only when we got bad weather, hurricane, or something happen to know each other with you. I believe we go exchange certain things, and when it come example agriculture, we still fighting to know if we're doing agriculture, if we're gonna open abattoir, if we're gonna do this, but we're not putting the main thing, the basics things in place.
The essential things are not being taken care of.
So that's I believe is a good move, but after we need to do some more homework before we go see we're gonna bring in. There are things we don't need to bring in, but that's always a good move. After whilst we had Carnival coming up. We had still last year Carnival do like a strike. This year electing and no strike. Carnival on because
Last year was last minute. The year before was last minute also. So let's see if it's going to be a last minute. Okay.
Lord Janet, will you see what
I'm realistic.
it can't be a last thing no.
Yes. The year before, it was last minute. We don't know. Maybe not. Okay, went on. This year, it was like you said, a last minute again going on and just going on anymore. And it was, yeah, you see, last minute, maybe 2 weeks or 1 month before Carnival.
No man, Carnival on. We don't. That will not happen.
I'm not saying it's cancelled. I'm just saying we will find out what's the dilemma this year compared to the other years.
Let's
Hopefully,
see.
it's smooth and there's no complaints, and we have one of the best carnivals ever. And we continue on that note. But yeah.
After we had the second event of the year is Erranti. Erranti.
You like to go into things right away.
No, I can't. After the second event this we had lives. Erranti. Erranti is everybody lives. You travel or you don't travel, Erranti and is on we lips. Until today now we watching like we getting no how to say that no update. No update. And for me the last thing they hit to that area for me is a setup. I see it so.
You seen it as a setup.
I see it as a setup.
And I'm still seeing it as a waste of money.
Yeah, it's always okay. The idea
Was
good.
nice.
After it wasn't the period.
It was the process of, yeah, it wasn't a time, it was too many red flags, like the young people would say. There was too many red flags to say, okay, let's go into it. And it should have been thought out better. Maybe go into it differently.
But it had emergency.
They didn't have any emergency. That's if you want to buy over the airline. But if you wanted to start over from scratch, like start from scratch and take your time and do the thing right, then there was no emergency. Think about it. If they were purchasing the airline, then that was an emergency because then they had deadlines to meet and a dossier to send in, etc., etc. Yeah, if they were taking the time, maybe starting from scratch with one airline, etc., etc., then there was no deadline to meet. Actually, there was their personal project bringing forth.
After I believe the president of the collectivity, maybe at a certain time he chose some people who was on this dossier and he sees an opportunity. After, if you never learn a business in your life, is okay. You have some bankrupt business. As a businessman, you do not go and just jump. You have to study certain things before. Yes. So today we see, for me, the last episode we get about Erranti, for me, is a sabotage. You know, I'm not the fan for the airline. Is a good idea, and I always say, President could have cut certain things to avoid what we get in. Not actually, but the money thing. We could have cut certain things. But after when you watch it now, it's like you say like, that's sabotage. I cannot hire you to deal with about security paperwork. And I end up now, more than 2 weeks now, almost 3 weeks, the aircrafts in them, nothing. I couldn't sell ticket, nothing. And they keep saying, yeah, we could buy this. And no, you cannot sell the tickets. You cannot do nothing. And your license is until January 31st. So the trust of the people because you had 5,000 people. 5,000 people, if we put ticket at 400 something, you have
1 million, 5, I think.
more than that. Yeah, almost 2 million.
Wow.
Okay? So the company can make money. But for me, I want to cut some of the people we hire. The deal, it was a deal. The collectivity via the president pick up a deal. It was the best deal because you had other people. They pick up the deal saying, okay, we come in as collectivity and Pimo Edeis, I don't know the real name. We gonna take the 120 people. That was the deal. They was the best deal because you had other deals saying 50, 150 people, and they was the best deal saying I taken 120.
Would you call that a best deal? The best deal for who?
For the court. Because it was the court. For the court, the judge and them, that was the best deal.
It was the worst deal for us.
Yeah, but as judge, when you come and you want to save jobs, so you're going to come and say, listen, hey, they want to pick up 120 people, I gonna give them the deal. But you as owner of this company, you have to, it's not when things start to get hot, you have to restructure your business. When you see you're not making money, you're pushing more money than making money. So is that way? I believe the president of the collectivité de Saint-Martin had to put his foot down and start to cut and say, listen, whatever airline you have in the world for those who travel, except some company you see you still have American and other people, but when you go Juliana Airport, most of the time it's employees from the airport who doing the job, check-in, everything. So we had to cut. You had to cut from that 100 because that's the plane is not used. And you owe people.
Yep.
So okay, whatever president doing mistake is coming now after we see Monsieur Jules Charville coming with a 2 paper thing here. The bomb. The bomb, president couldn't know what to say. Okay? And after we hear that thing come in, boom, security, you can't help. Me, the last part there, we move the license, is a setup.
So many things was done so wrong with this airline that, okay, besides purchasing the whole airline thing, but creation of the business, we just find out that was done wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The whole taking the 120 employees or more, having this, giving them recently 3 million euro from the collectivity again.
Mm-hmm.
We had a voice note saying that they don't know where this money gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's so many things as if people wasn't reading papers. Like, okay, did you sign those papers to send them in? Did you read them over? Did you? I don't know. It's too much going on around this one business
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't how to say, that you didn't read over, you didn't double check, you didn't make sure that everything was done right.
After when Monsieur Charville put up your accent, you said, because President was talking. And I believe sur l'émotion, today I'm not defending the President. Eh? It's just like when you think like sur l'émotion, I believe after at the backstage, he say, yo, what really happened? Because I saw this, I getting this. And some people say, yeah, but Monsieur Charville could have come see President before.
Why?
It's not the why.
Why would he?
It's not the why. I put myself in Monsieur Charville's position. You give me a commission de 50 pages géométrie. After 3 years, you never receive me. And you're going to receive me for that?
But he was elected to do his job,
Mm-hmm.
just like majority was elected to do their part, right?
Mm-hmm.
So rightfully so, he did his part. I don't find that had to be something done in private, because at the end of the day, it's taxpayers' money that we are dealing
But
with.
Janet, you think the President didn't know that?
They didn't know what.
That this paper were coming out, it had 2 signatures, 2 guarantees, an old guarantee and a new guarantee.
Don't make me say something.
Listen, and I'm going to say it from the beginning. I say it for that. Make sure you are saying it again. It's depending who you have around you. If you don't have people around you to search and research what's going on around you,
You yourself don't read papers, people is
I sorry about whatever I saw, it could be petit character. I read and what's going on.
exactly.
Okay, but after is that the document is showing. But I believe, and I say it again, the last part we have here is a setup.
Could be.
Because listen,
But we were not.
the president went meet the 2 executives of Guadeloupe, Monsieur Chalus and Monsieur Losbar. From the beginning, he meet them already. They didn't say nothing. And as I said, if you come in to invest on guarantee, you cannot come with 5 million. It didn't dinero, they need money. So you need to come with money. So when you meet them, you want to tell me a week after, the former owner of guarantee coming up in a newspaper in an interview, a fellow who get condemned for 5 years, he cannot be in charge of no airline company. But the judgment, the judgment is an appeal, so he could still do his business, gonna come up with a business airline too. And boom, we get the sanction now. We can't fly the airline. We can't sell the ticket. We can't even do charter and sous-traitance.
So do we have continuity territorial?
But the continuity territorial, if we really were going that, we ain't have to go in the airline. So now we're going to come back to ground zero. Because we to turn it how we want, that airline thing, yeah, is not a commercial. And I don't say to them, people say, yeah, but you publishing because airline. I said, listen, we in 25, we're going 26. It have news all over. Okay? It have news. It's not because we publish something is not in favor of the president of the collectivity, is not in favor of the deputy, is not in favor of whoever it is. We cannot publish, because when you see the other newspaper publish, we don't hush him up, we don't say nothing. But as long as local do it, oh, he against the president. He don't like the president. But I tell you, the president need to understand what's going on too. And I said in many programs in this show, I said radio, I said, listen, I tell you need to get up. I don't know if you're sleeping, wash your eyes. I wash your oils pad, no installation.
Open them.
Open them because things ain't going good. And I prefer, listen, I prefer be the black sheep, telling what's going on. Then those so-called people to be, yeah, president, you're the good, best, no. And being the president, they're selling the president.
We get to nothing out of it.
Okay, right? That's one thing.
Nobody buying us.
We ain't get buy-in, we ain't getting no free ticket, we ain't got no airline, so we can't get no free ticket. But
we saying something is for the betterment of Sebastian, not because we want to hate. When they're doing right, we say they're doing right. And when they're doing wrong, we say, okay.
Because the politics, these old elder politicians used to do back then. Hey, because we had maybe they had no radio like we used to the new generation. We talking a lot, they got social media. And I come back to that when people say, yes, social media ain't good. But the same people, when they're going election, they need social media. So you gotta know. But the airline thing, the idea I can say is a good thing, but because you don't get a setup.
My issue with that is, and LT been there. LT had financial issues more than once before.
Yes. I even see Martin because of them anyway.
Why would you look to purchase something that has been and had more how to say trips? I think they used to go Guyana also. I don't know if they used to go France, but I know they used to go Guyana.
The connection, you do a connection with Corsair and then these people.
So they had more places to go, you had more offers. Instead, there wasn't a financial issue. You are offering less places, and you don't expect yourself to be in a financial issue, though?
Listen. L'État français, the French government, just accordé to Corsair. Corsair, you read it for me. Because no local news gonna put it, and I put it because to make sure people could see what's going on. Okay? L'État français a accordé, give to Corsair as an airline, 167 million. Me, I leave the 8 as tips for a Corsair and validated by the European Union to restructure and do their business. The collectivity of Saint Martin, at today, they put 20 million. Okay? Corsair used to work with LNT. Now, Corsair get that big money. Today, we cannot say l'État n'a pas aidé Président Washington in this dossier. I know the dossier, they help. But my help is, why you helping them in that company? If you really want us to move forward, you don't come as shareholder. You see, President desesperé, like we say it. He fighting, I think President fight for modest company than other sports structure we need. Let's be honest. And when I say that, I'm not against the elite in charge of sport. No. I believe the elite in charge of sport could do a better job. After I know they cut from our budget to put in that airline, and it's sad because sometimes you have to watch the vote. The last vote for the 3 million, they didn't take no stand.
Yes, but you accepted it in the first place, knowing at the beginning that would happen. The 3 million euro didn't just come, it didn't just take away from the project. From the first purchase of this airline, that's when it took money from the different projects. But so sports was, you as a representative of sports would have said, no, I'm fine.
But what power you have?
No, that's when you are elected, you voice your opinion. They sit in
He had voice. I ain't judged tonight. Eh? He had voice. When that thing come up, he had voice. He talk. But after, when you're by yourself, I come back to the last election. When you're by yourself, I could go on the list, me and you. And tomorrow they say, listen, Jeanette and Gerard, I need you guys to work. Me and you, we know we shrink. We know we're not easy. Okay, but
He couldn't voice his,
but he voiced his opinion, but who will join him? Because
you take a stand.
But no, who taking stand? Actually,
That's what I'm going to remember. That's what I'm going to remember. I'm going to remember that he took a stand and say, okay, I'm not for it. I'm not voting for it. I don't care if anybody followed me because my conscience is clear when I sleep at night.
Okay.
Because I know I fight and I decided not to take money from sports because my kids in St. Martin need it.
And you see what you said today? I was talking with somebody. And I say, you know what's wrong with these young elected people? They don't come up and talk at all. So we from Oxoy, when we watching them in city, we like, yo, sports suffering, association getting cut and big cut. And I believe if you want peace, because when jeudi we'll do a concert de peace, if we do and we want peace. They said, don't come back with that. The VP at that time had talk about it, so the problem solved. No, you're cutting, and no, I saw it. If you campaign about, listen, Janet, you mash up partout sapin, Christmas tree. You campaign for 2 months about partout mash up the Christmas tree. Did you build back the Christmas tree?
Christmas tree wasn't built back.
Today, we're in a situation, those young people, and that's why I say, yes, you have to be brave to be in politics. I love politics, but I don't tell people, listen, why I don't go in politics? Because sometimes I feel for Philido. I don't feel for him. You know why? Because when you see something, he talking the truth, he try to show the sense. But we have this problem, as long as we saying the truth, we giving you warning, bye. You're against we. Yeah, hater. Is that on your point of your grandmother was from Benin? Your grandpa was Benin. And then today, what's going on? We see, and that's why the feel for him, because they said his handicap is maybe afraid to answer the president English. Because when I watch attitude, I don't hear certain things about Kide saying. But me, I saw. I remember they had the first set of city was sit down with Noreen books, all of them. And a day, she get up, she leave. Then she come back, she apologized to reconstitute them. And today, what the elder politicians, those who don't run, those who backing up the lawyers and them, they have a new generation of young politicians in we soil. Me talking about the other side. We have a new generation who following politics. Because I believe this continue to move forward. We cannot see other islands moving forward, and we not moving forward. We stagnant, and we picking up there, you again this. No, we need to move. Look, Anguilla, we could blame the farmer premier, but I have things to move on. We're going to stay there for 20 years. We want second mandate, but the new generation, what we're going to do? We give information. Just I'm going to leave you to talk because it's the recap. We give information. But the time we young people getting those formation, people don't come from Hexagon. I think Hexagon, you got to say no. From Hexagon, from the time they pass Juliana Airport, they don't got a bank money. They don't got a business. And they come, they specialize in something. So what we young people don't get as job? We just buy the Beaupertu land. I come into that. We talking about young people. We get the Beaupertu land. Good idea. Sur le fond, nah. Sur le fond, oui. Sur la forme, nah. I'm not agree. Because 60 years. And president, he's 60 something. So add 60 years in president. Like I post this man, maybe you're going to have 200 years too. He correct it. Okay? But what I want to mean is like, yes, we need to young people of this country, born in this country, whatever your origin is from Benin, from China, you have a new generation of St. Martiners. And people need to accept that. I'm not going to come about grassroots, but because today everybody getting mixed up. Because when you're going to be talking about bilingualism, the bilingualism starts at the school. Even you don't like it, or you don't agree, and start at the school because your young children, what they meeting? That one, the mother is Spanish. That one is mother Haitian. That one, the mother is. You know what I like? And the first time I studied, that was in Guyana, French Guyana. I come in a store. I see Chinese. I come in. Good afternoon, Chinese. Because French, we didn't matter. And the Chinese, the Asiatic fellow, was talking in French to me. I was like, you know? So we need to come serious in that thing because we cannot be. We confronted politician because it's my friend or he give me comfortable. No, we need to move forward. And I tell you that because when you travel, because these people that travel more than us, they see things. You don't need to go far. The Premier Webster, even he lose election, fine. But a man, less than 10 years, he built a village. He built a village. We, okay. Did we learn from the airline? Did we learn? No. We need stadium. We need to bring FIFA, CONCACAF, everybody on the table. But it don't get worse because we're going to election in turn. It don't be worse. No. You know the thing is, I tell you about like you see other islands moving forward. And that thing tell you, yeah, where young people this, young people that. This country have new young people who follow in politics. I cannot continue fooling young people. Don't come be. I remember that candidate going to tell you, this. Today you're in power, but hey, what's going on? You forget the article, this.
Oh, you talk about travel, right? You made me take back on this. Remember, in the news recently had that they blocking off a certain space in Marigo for the taxi.
Yes.
Not the taxis, the location fortune.
Yeah.
When you travel,
it's the two blue there.
No, before that.
Yeah.
They say in Marigo, like when you come out from St. Bart's or Anguilla, it have spaces allocated to the location fortune. So all those who have car rentals will have space dedicated to them. When you travel in the world and you actually see that.
Tomika, Janet, sorry.
You know what it bothered me? Because during the Christmas time, you're actually looking for parking space. And now that you're talking about traveling, when you're traveling, we know the elected members are traveling. You know how you're traveling. Nowhere you see it. You take a shuttle, you go to the place, and there you get your car, right? You go Guadeloupe right there. You don't even need to travel far. You go Guadeloupe.
Let's do the next door.
And you take a shuttle to the car rental place, and there you get your car. Why we have to come off and do everything right here? Why they can't travel to somewhere else?
You really want to go there? You really want to go there? First of all, this Gare Maritime there is a nonsense. She too small. Okay? This Gare Maritime there, it takes 5 years to do inauguration. I don't know. But we are the one to cover Daniel Gibbs. We do inauguration. It's that nonsense. It's too small. And you will see everything they got, even Anguilla or St. Bart's. The ports have to add tents. When you watch Anguilla, you're in an airport. So I mean, Anguilla people don't think better than us?
You see, but Anguilla have the financial means to do that
with AI. You mean we don't have the I believe. Remember, I had a candidate who was saying, yeah, we need technician to work in dossier European. Me, I was in Martin, French, sorry, to be like United Kingdom, Wyoming. United States Kingdom. I need them to be. You know what they do? They was the last country in the European money, but they was the one who getting more money. I need us to be in that position to get funds to build that nonsense at Gare Maritime here. We need to update, go more larger.
You know why we not get nothing?
Why we ain't gonna get nothing?
Bringing in these people who don't speak this French, and when they speak the French. Now they put words together. They put words together that doesn't make any sense. So why
yeah, but the same people we bring in to talk French, they making a foot in the cavature public avec say.
But that's why
hello, and they can't.
We are French, the français de
Il y a
Molière.
la langue bleue Molière. Oui, voilà.
Maintenant, dossier, they incapable to do a dossier, they
Listen.
incapable of doing anything because we would not.
Let me get a joke.
Yeah.
In 2017, when Daniel Gibbs announced his candidature at the CCSM, if I'm not mistaken, it had Mr. Romney, enfant du pays, not the écrivain. The other fellow, I think, is Romney. He was this fellow on this dossier. I saw that as president of the collectivité or directrice de cabinet, you have to go out, get these people to work in these dossiers. I believe in fonds européens. Don't worry about that. In fonds européens. Yes, but we need to get these people. Get the fonds européens to do this thing. The Gare Maritime is too small. The airport, they're struggling. They get 2-3 jets. Very nice. Hallelujah. Amen. But where we don't get jets? Where we don't get jets? No, it's not that. You need which one? La Cruz?
No.
Which one? The Red? Yacht? It can be the River. Which one?
He said something about planning. You don't plan.
Yeah, yacht. MP yacht. You looking for trouble?
No planning and the process. There was that a project, a dream. What made me think about it?
Tomika, Janet, I mean, when you watch how much money we are spending etude, we gotta do study to know where the water passing through the guts. We gotta do study for that. Okay? Because nous sommes dans la République française, we have to do that. But we don't watch over windows. The Gare Maritime too small. I saw it 24 you want. The Gare Maritime too small. The traffic in Margot to park in. I believe in Margot we could build parking. We could build parking. I know what I'm saying. We could build parking. If some of we elected people really travel in the interest of this country, they know what I'm talking about. You could build parking. The taxi fellows, when it comes to the car rentals in them, nothing simple. We have a parking Gallows Bay, we don't use.
Oh,
When I say we don't use, remember why they had built that parking for?
they just use it after 6 and 9.
Well, clôturer à portion, ou clôturer the old village, Carnaval Village, the old Carnaval Village. No, don't worry for that. We're gonna come with that. Clôturer the old Carnaval Village and park the cars here. And every car rental have 5 cars to park. If you want other cars,
They don't need no cars there. They don't need.
yeah, but explain what I tell you. When you come to look for your car, you got car will not be the shop, the what do you call that? The one who pick you up, who bring you by the taxi stand. You bring them there. No, I try to.
They need a shuttle, right?
But when you
if the youth radio car rental, youth radio, and you have an office, when
but how you gonna have an office? All the office there.
if you have cars, right? You're supposed to have piece of land to where you park in these cars.
Yeah.
Okay. So there you're supposed to have at least a container with an office. Because when I went Guadeloupe and you're renting a car in Guadeloupe or you're renting a car in
But when you in Guadeloupe, airport when cars have that, they have car rental company who have shuttles for that.
Yes. But they ain't taking up the whole parking space.
No.
They have a car, just like, but certain places in Guadeloupe, for instance, a shuttle company pick you up and bring you to the car rental place. There you do your contract and you pick up your car and you go about your business. Bring it back your car, you bring it back to that location, and the shuttle brings you back to the airport, and you see why there's any cars around.
Okay, that's your view. But I tell you, we could
need space.
Yeah, you need space, but we're gonna do space.
I need space.
You could do. You're getting space.
No.
And the thing too small. The Gare Maritime too small.
So we need space.
So you need space. You know what you do? You see the parking, you drop people to go at some bags. So this you eliminate that one. You leave the one by the taxi. You agrandis your Gare Maritime. The thing's simple.
Do we have okay, you know when you put in a project in place, at the end of the project you have it's not called a portfolio, below the portion.
Le retex. We call it retex now.
So then you will know, okay, the end of this annually, the port, this amount of people travel from here to.
Yeah, but you know that.
But it's so
So who built the Gare Maritime? We can't blame Lulu and them. They just inaugurate.
When I live in everything was below. Okay, every year the gardens bring this amount of people to travel by bus every year, etc., etc. So you have an idea of what's going on. Here, there's no below of anything.
You have an institute de statistique. Yeah.
I know that, but what is serving me today? Because
to do statistics,
I'm not seeing anything.
They telling you got that amount of people who come in.
Where is it? I need information.
Well, you're gonna ask the vice president about it. So no, but we need infrastructure.
Because if, for instance, you have a business idea, right? That's information that is useful for you if you have a business idea. That's how you're going to know, okay, my business is going to work or it's going to fail. If you don't have statistics and numbers, numbers are very important. If you don't have numbers, you cannot know at the beginning, okay, well, this business is a good idea or not. And that's where we fail. I would even talk about the festival of gastronomy. Even after that, we need numbers. How many did it? How many people did it come in? Special friend, etc. How many people passed through it? We need numbers to know, okay, well, next year I might have a business idea to go into the festival of gastronomy, or I have an idea to bring in this, that. Those are information you normally would get in another country. And Martin, it's like they're avoiding giving you that information. They need to tell us how much money was spent, how many people were there, how many food or even sold in one night. Okay, we had 20 different booths, they sold 400 plates, for instance. At least you have an idea, okay, well, my business might work next year if I decide to invest in it. But without numbers, you can't do anything unless you in it. And that's why they say government people making a lot of money because they know.
So done the thing with Margot. I believe, Margot, we could build parking space and to avoid maybe traffic because somebody looking to way to park. That's traffic too. After, when it comes to the road network, I understand, yeah, we need money. We need money to make the road pass ci, pass ça. But we need a plan. When are we going to France? I saw the bucket. We're going to France. What are we going to do? What are we asking Macron? Monsieur Macron. What are we asking Valls? What are we asking mon ami, what named you? The one who was before Val. What are we asking these people? Yes, but listen, we're going to come to that because tonight you're coming up too. But what are we asking to the government? We asking money to gérer to street.
You don't know what they asking.
But even what they asking, I believe if you come with a plan, I'm sorry about it. I will not call Janet my friend in politics because politics don't have no friendship. Today when you with me, tomorrow you're against me. And we're going to see the same thing with President. All you see, they carry same passing hand in President head. When everything comes to shove, they're going to say, President, I was here. I ain't here no more. And we start to see it. Okay? But what we asking, we don't have no plan in 5-10 years. We don't have no plan to listen. In 5 years, I'm going to do this. In 10 years, I'm going to do this. In 20 years, I'm going to do this. But what we do? The old elder politics, when they come in, I cannot do what you were planned, but hey, that's my vision. But your vision can blank. Today, I asked 2 young people. The collège 900 is dans la savane. I say, if we're really doing something nice, I don't care about the money. We're going to put in education, me blaming the government. But I put in the facade of the building, facing the mountain, la savane. L'entrée du bâtiment.
It's on the other side?
Seeing the one in front.
No.
It's facing la savane. You look good when you look down. I said, but they could have put it facing the road. It would be good, looking good. Hey, who's the other architect? Who really were there? Okay, I know they changed all kind of thing, but how you go? It's just like you build a house and you make the face of your house facing the mountain. What beauty your house have if it's not facing the road to bring that other thing in the area? So after I'm gonna tell me, oh, we have the best government. Yes, we have the best government. They won the election, the best win. But today, let's be honest. We need to move forward. We need to move forward. They have things. I'm sorry about it. Tonight is a recap. Who happy. Who vex. Tomorrow you tell me money, I will tell you money. Which media thing? Which media thing?
So our children can go read a book.
You have an area in charge of education?
Read.
Don't leave me tell you what she said Conseil territorial.
Read a book. I don't say that. Do research, because my daughter actually has projects. And
Janet, to be honest with you, I believe whoever candidate 27 who want to put somebody over education should put whoever, I beat myself again, whoever is candidate for 27, whoever gonna be in charge of education, but we on the road. Because you put in teachers. Amnesia, you put in like, hello, comment dire en français, le cordonnier mal chaussé. But sorry about it, you can't make you more big. And now in this government, you have a lot of teachers. We need to see education. No, man, come on. We need to move forward. I believe, okay, the president's majority by June there. They can't do nothing because I think election, they can't do nothing, but they had a chance. They had a chance. Yeah, I know it's a family between going cause an argument, but I believe if you get money in case. Listen, I gotta say you clean. If I criticize Janet during my campaign, and I come in, my VP numéro 1 and my VP numéro 2 ou 3 was the deputy actually beating the chest. We got money. To avoid Janet to come back in, I go build back all what Janet mash up. Then the population will say, listen, I build back the MGC, I build back better. I build back the MGC, I build back the stadium. And the stadium, I believe, is a negotiation thing. It's a negotiation thing. After maybe the Elios sport, he come in, he think politics was maybe easy in his negotiation. And you need courage to go through and negotiate. And that's what today, I say, listen, we gotta do better.
You know, there's so many things on this island that is after Daniel left undone. It's as if we are like the forgotten population, because how can we move on without sports? How can we move on without infrastructure where the children can go and do their work? Can go and get knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And we keep saying, oh, the children don't have a computer at home, some don't have this, some don't have that, but that infrastructure, I mean, the tech would be perfect for the students to go, be able to use a computer for the first time, because there's some students cannot type on a computer, cannot move a mouse on a computer. So, you know, like, how can you even think of investing in having continuity territory without having the necessary things on your island to make your population progress? It's so weird to me, like so many things left on.
Let me ask you a question, because I got a comment coming from somebody I know. Do you believe have project that government want to do and is St. Martin people who blocking them?
As in explain, because I have my point of view on that. But I mean,
because maybe okay, I understand something. Me, I saw always say when you go in an election, you have a directeur de campagne or a directrice de campagne. And I remember an interview I'm gonna call the name with Hervé in February this year. And he was telling me, Monsieur Mossington is popular, his directrice de cabinet is administrative. And after he had another show, he see it how I was seeing it. The elected person who's elected have his program, have his thing he want to put in place. But after you have the administration, the black, how we blaming the technicians? I can't hire a technician of profession, but the technicians in the back may be doing what they want. Do you believe maybe the majority have a vision and want to do things, but you have people in the back from St. Martin crying or blocking?
From St. Martin, or people working in the administration that is blocking?
Because you have some élus who telling you clean, we want to do that, but it getting blocked administratively by technician and patative. And me, I tell us, we vote for the technicians.
But because the technicians actually don't know how to do it, and you could get next to me, I don't care. But they actually don't know how to do it.
Okay.
And instead of saying I don't know how to,
but
they just don't do it. And I think that is the biggest hold. And I mean, Daniel, and if you interview Daniel and you ask him, he will say the same thing. Mr. Gibbs will say the same. His what do you call it? What you just call it? His technicians were the biggest holdup. He had things he wanted to put in place, but it's as if they were blocking him.
When
he was in government.
When he was before Irma or after Irma? Because after Irma, Mr. Gibbs, he went in a war with the prefect. That's why the money was saved. Because of the command. So,
but it had, even though the money was saved, you have to put projects in place. Because
listen,
when it start rolling, when the dice start rolling, when the dice rolling, you say, okay, no, I'm going to do my project. No, you have your projects in place for when and he said that the administration with his technicians were blocking it. And I feel some of those technicians don't know how to.
This technician have a domain. No, you but every technician have the domain. You cannot tell me tonight you're going to go big solution, carry function. Technician supposed to transform it. What you want to put in place? So you cannot tell me you hire a technician.
But I have this with you. Yes, they are technicians. I'm not disagreeing with you. They should be able to know how to do it, but they don't know. That's why in an office you find 5 of them. And
today when I live économiquement parlant, when we watch the economy of the island, is more European people who have the economic running, and when I say we, all government who pass on the time we were the collectivity that make 19 years, you don't have no policy for the locals to not when I say locals, the young people, Because yeah, we could call, yeah, we got CCSM, we got business, yeah, hallelujah, amen. But we don't have no plan to say, listen, other islands have it, English islands have it. I don't tell me, yes, it's not policy, but they have some things we could put in place to attract. CCSM doing a good job. I cannot spit on that. But we need more things to attract, to make sure young people come entrepreneur. And we see now.
I don't know if you realize there's a new dynamic on the Martiniquans, the young Martiniquans are coming here
To do business.
and purchasing businesses, opening businesses.
Why we young people cannot do it? It come back to that. We need to protect. We look at young people when it comes economically. It's the same thing when it comes to housing. It's the same thing come to housing, because today we're gonna say, okay, we buy the property land. I tell you, I agree with the project. Sur le fond, 60 years, I ain't too for that 60 years. Do a mistake, the mistake could be correct in between. But it's still anything, okay. I hope you learn from your mistakes. We need to move forward. When it comes to those entrepreneur things, we need to create things to pursue young people in entrepreneur thing. Because, okay, what you say, Martinique, Guadeloupe people come in, France people come in. Economically, is European people who got an economy in their hand. If you don't believe me, tomorrow morning go Hope Estate. Tell me how much black people local you see now, or business owner business.
But don't forget, those people come with the bank already from in Martinique. Don't approve the loan. Guadeloupe, they already approve the loan. And from in France, they already approved it.
Okay.
I have a colleague, she's working here, living here, and her loan for her home was approved. And
let me ask you something.
And it was
we doing agence 50. No, we don't do agence 50. We do agence for terrain, foncier. Just now, we're going to do agence for fictites. But we could create that agence de développement économique. That wasn't a program. Me calling no name. That agence. What are the goals of this agence? The agence is supposed to be linked with the banks, the local banks, to facilitate those things for we young people, the local. Because let me tell you something. When you see a European person come, I see people come as bubblers, for those who understand what's bubblers in the country. Okay? We see them come as bubblers. I send it tonight. They walk in Juliana Airport as a bubbler. Monday they come out from the bank, they got all the loans in them. And a second thing, I gotta get to just say, my bad. But I gotta get somebody just say, yeah, I believe management, they do that in the South, so teach your children management. And I say, if you don't go in the schools, and we have it in the States, you don't go in the schools and say, listen, from primaire, là, we say CM2, say, listen, and 10, 15 years, I gonna need doctors, I gonna need lawyers, I gonna need this. If we don't do that, but in 20 years, we're gonna be a bye.
Why in St. Martin, only a select few does like make it, because their parents already know, okay, well, they know the market, the working market, so they know, okay, well, I know we have this amount of doctors going on retirement, so go and study to be a doctor. I know we need plumbers but we need a special kind of plumbing. Go and do plumbing. We need mechanic, but we need mechanic for the new smart cars, and those are the things, because those parents are involved in the society, they know. But there's a huge part where that the parents are not involved in.
But we
they
doing
go
this.
to work, they come back home, and they have no.
We doing the same mistake we had back then. School days. School days, what they used to do, they push. If you can't read, they push on certain things, and after when you end up school, you don't know what to do. I know friends, they push them to do sharpen. When you get a job for sharpen, they tell you, but Gerald, allergic to dust. Like, how you allergic to dust? And we're not building this. And that's why I say building a nation is that. I don't care about independence. Yeah, we're gonna come independence. It's gonna come at dinner. It will not be regeneration. It's gonna come. I believe it's gonna come, that independence thing. But we need to build this nation how we're supposed to build it.
And if we take an example on it, right? They have financial literacy month where they go to the schools and ask the schools to put a group together, and the children have to create something like Shark Tank. They have to create a business idea and create a business. So they're creating it from scratch, even the financials of the business, everything. So they have to see a need on an island, create a business, and then pitch it to the jury. I went to one a year. It was amazing.
But normally in the French system, you have that.
Well,
normally, Guadeloupe ici, ils disent collège.
Well, but they took all the schools from the north side, and they came together and they did it. And I find that was a really good idea. The winning team get to go Atlanta to like a business conference where they learn different business things from different people. They could, they get to, and I find that was such a good idea because you don't start brainstorming, you don't install in that to create a business. What are the steps? Here when you speak to certain young people, they're like, what's the CCSM? Where is that?
Yeah, but the CCSM, I think a few weeks ago they try this stunt. But I believe government, when I say government, you need to get these things from the last from the CM1, CM2 before orientation.
Yes, I'm just trying to show you that we don't have that. Our children don't have that idea. They know where to go and what are the steps to follow to be able to open a business. And of course, the CTSM is more and more in the schools. Very good. But at the end of the day, some children feel, okay, that ain't for me. Like they're afraid to go towards them because they don't feel the connection. They don't feel that's for them. Like it's not attainable for them. So there's so much things to be put in place. Tellement d'actions à mettre en place sur le territoire.
But the action,
we invested in it.
Yeah, but the action, I hope President understand what went on. After the airline, let's forget the airline.
We can't forget it.
We can't forget it. We need to move forward.
We need to move forward.
We need to move forward. We spend okay. The money was spent on the airline, but we got other things to deal with because
he doesn't admit. Okay.
But what he gonna what I gonna serve? He gonna get back the money? No. So we need to move forward.
How you move forward if you self don't admit to yourself that it was a bad move?
Yes. Yes, but he bad move, we will not get back the money. So let's move forward.
I don't disagree to move forward.
Yeah, but you think the new generation will come? When I say because we have no problem yet, no.
So 2027, what do you think if there's a new team? What a new team going to do with this?
27.
We need to find a social media.
Listen, they don't sabotage the last, and that's why I say we need to move forward. Right now is whoever team come in 27. What are you going to do? You're going to pay debts and the loans. What else you want to do? And I believe whoever, when team or president pass back with a new team, I sure will have a new team. You need to put a real plan march in place of this country. We cannot have people coming in politics and saying like, yeah, we need to move forward. We need certain things. I don't see. You don't remember the other election we are come with money. Dr. Jiffy are come with money. But you have things we could do, okay, to fix the whole house we have in Margot. Those whole house we have French Quarter. Because maybe sometimes these people don't have the insurance too. They didn't have no insurance. And they come back to what the person on Facebook say, management. All that coming in. If you don't do management, you don't do it easy, but you have to learn a little bit. But I say the old houses, we could have put a program in place where the same agent foncier who got a fond debt or a loan to help those owners to build back the house, to rent it as a normal place, so avoid them social houses too. Because we say crise de logement. Crise de logement. Why they got crise de logement? Because they got insalubrité. Why they got insalubrité? Because we not, you got marchand sommeil, you got all kind of things. But you need to put in place, I believe you need to put a program in place, whatever your agents, whatever it is, to have a fund. Because don't watch the airline money. They got other place, we spending money like crazy. We don't étude 500 000 euros. We don't étude 80 000 euros. We don't étude je ne sais pas quoi. Okay? So we have money. Okay? But to save, to do, we could put the money in certain things. Build back those old houses. How to build back Margot? What kill Margot is the rent. Is the rent. Because today, if you put in place that program, I don't know what you want to call it, with your agence foncier, you say, listen, Madame Gums, vous avez ce vieux bâti, you have this old house. That make 20 years, it gonna mash up. Okay, we have this fund here for 10 years or 5 years. You have this loan, you're gonna rembourse it, but you're gonna help you to renovate. We got a platform to have the entrepreneur, everything. Boom. When you're done, you got a young person who want to open a little business, the rent is a good rent. End up, you do your money until you rembourse your prêt. But you come back to what I tell you, a plan. You need to have a plan.
So we need to put
you need a plan. I tell you, Margaret, you could build parking and you could regulate your parkings. The zone bleu, it will come out the symbol. It's symbol, Monsieur Arnel, what coming with it? Well, what the problem is? Hope Estate is a certain type of people who have it up there. Let's bring Margaret. How it was Margaret?
But what was Margaret in the first place? Margaret was a place where you could find luxury goods. You know?
After I answer the comment you have, un comment dit, je reviens encore comment l'Européen arrive avec zéro demande de prêt et réussit. Pourquoi y a-t-il un problème d'acheter une compagnie locale avec avancer avec des locaux et donner du travail à sa population? Ben, tu as besoin que tu aies des restes solides. Il faut, comme tu disais tout à l'heure, si je peux te tutoyer, que les locaux se mettent ensemble. Les locaux doivent se mettre ensemble. Parce que we don't watch to do no commercial, Super U, Carrefour. Oh, big supermarket. But in the back is actionnaire. It's people who come together. It's the same thing.
Even when you come together. And I talking because...
We overtime. It's not like don't kill us.
I talking because of experience. Because I know the even when you come together, I know people came together to do a SAE. To purchase different and even though they had the financials, getting a bank to appointment was help for them. When you meet the conseiller who's supposed to deal with your dossier too.
But Janet, I just get a solution just now.
Yes, but he asked why. But even when you come together, because a lot of people say, well, yeah, we don't come together. But even when then you come together, there's always someone in those offices to break you down. And they're telling you plain out, huh? It's not made for you guys here. It's made for those who come in. And it's so weird to when they actually tell it to you. It's shocking.
You know, actually what killing me is when I watch the price they selling apartments. Not even since I ain't going to Saint-Sama. Saint-Sama is not we zone. Saint-Sama is not we zone.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be selling.
Saint-Sama is not we zone. I'm saying it again. Saint-Sama is not we zone. We need to stop to fool the people. You cannot tell me I own 51% and I like voila. Okay, who go buy them?
Not big apartments.
No, but when you put it, there's some euros.
Everything. You even get the banana trees in your yard when you buy the house.
And you see some project they build in Oxford and Martin, you ask what will be dodo, man.
I swear.
What will be dodo? And that's why I say, have things we could put in place for we locals. And when I say locals, the locals, young people, because the same thing we buy the land for perpetuity is a good thing. Now, you need to tell me in 30, 40, 50 years, how you're going to sell it to St. Martin children. Because first of all, you don't have piece of land who costing a lot. You go by the bank, before they tell you no, you ain't getting the loan, they ask you to go dig your grandmother in the building to get papers to bring to the bank. Because it's about fino. So that's why government need to come in with projects in certain things. You create agents, whatever it is, to help these young people to have access to things. Don't play with the people's sentiment, man. Don't come tell it for the people. Yes, it's for the people. But you need to, how to protect St. Martin land is not only buy the land. You need to tell them to protect, put a clause, who could buy the land.
You know why that is important? Because the next government that comes in need to be able to follow that guideline and not able to change it, because they can change it to benefit them also. So there's so many things that need to be put in place before, you know.
Listen, the thing is, like, it have so much thing, we late. Okay? We vote Article 74, free at last. And today,
we still in shackles.
We getting more under Guadeloupe. Okay? It have things we could ameliorate. We don't need to go far. Like St. Bart's. St. Bart's making money on St. Martin, we don't realize. The last time I find out something, I said, Lord, man, come on, somebody need to say something. Take your cat and St. Bart's, you're going to see something. And then come back to me. Okay? Okay, well, yeah, but sell the trap set to the carcass, you're going to see the difference. You're going to see the difference in that one. Okay? It have things we could put in place. We don't need millions. It have some regulation we need to put in place. We don't need millions. Today, everybody going to celebrate. We got big boat in St. Bart, water. I asked St. Bart, because I talk with him. I said, listen, is a papi show to just have the big yacht? They tell me, listen, when you see that boat anchor, the man pay to make carry something. I say, what? And I come back with that. I continue that one, but I come in that. We hire so much young people to be in police territorial. I see a boat St. Bart. I see a boat St. Bart. And I say, but we could have do a brigade nautique. And that brigade nautique, we vote a policy. When you're not St. Martin, au territorial de St. Martin, you got to pay. And when you got to pay, my brigade nautique now, coming in, doing control to make sure you pay your redevance and my water.
But if you think about it, Mr. Charvin had said those things.
Yeah, but Mr. Charvin opposition, and we don't like to listen to opposition.
He had mentioned all the different ways that we can get money coming in without burdening the people population. But once again,
yeah, but sometimes, listen, that's why I tell you, we need to do politics differently. Why I can't receive opposition? Look, Mr. Charvin, I'm not defending Mr. Charvin, but you give me a commission 50 pages géométriques. 27, you're going to come and tell the people we're going to fix our 50 pages géométriques? Hello? If St. Martin people use their head, go read. I people read. Please read what's going on. Don't leave nobody fool. Are you telling our we're going to fix it, we can fix that? We're in a state, like, if we don't do nothing there, I see that big building, the building there, and the we back there, that looking like a jail. Okay? And I come back in that jail thing there. Yes, to a jail.
no.
But I have a problem. Me, Gerald, I have a problem with the jail. When you have teachers, I watch that video good. Is that recap we're doing? I have a problem. When you have a professeur, un ancien principal, un ancien proviseur, a député who was a teacher, tell Brittany chess about Kajil, you failed. And what you were doing. Because the goal is not to send we young people in jail. Before you send your young people in jail, put a program, put a école de deuxième chance. Because I don't see young people come from jail from Guadeloupe. They come in Monday, Friday, there was another airline going back again. We put in no program for them.
A jail creates more people who willing to go jail. Because right now, we think
you want to go there?
We going there. We think
we go for to start go kill us in the back.
There is we think the fact that they have to go one. Okay? They don't want to go there. So we have already 30% of them not committing crimes because they don't want to end up Guadeloupe. So imagine putting a jail here where, okay, that 30% no longer going to exist because, okay, we have one here. I'm willing to do what I have to do because we have one. Second, as they say, they don't have opportunities. I don't know if you realize the more of our young people go to jail and Guadeloupe and come back, they come back not in the same mental state. And I'm talking about going back jail. I'm talking about mentally they are no longer the child.
But it changed you. It changed you.
We know. Okay? Because whatever happened in there, they come back a completely different.
But that's why I tell you, before the jail, let's put, I don't know, à école de deuxième chance, something in place. Solutions. No. President beating his chest. I could tell him, might say that. Beating his chest. Deputy. The senator, she had. She said, no, ma'am. She said, okay for the courthouse, but la prison. Okay? But listen. If teachers telling you, yeah, we for jail. Okay, how much St. Martin people traveling and the airline to go see the church in jail? I need figures. Just now you say figures. I need figures because we have an airline. Nothing special was put in place for these people. It's at the end we see promotion special local and Simbat Haden. Let's be real now. The second thing is jail. You're a teacher. You beaten your child for jail. So what are you telling the new generation? I don't have nothing to do school? Take out of jail? No. Bella école de deuxième chance. When you come up from the jail in Guadeloupe, you encadré. You encadré because what they do Guadeloupe? They drop you in front of Fonsara ou Bemao where you kaba. And when you reach in the airport, Mary's Condé, you put all your pants to don't have no luggage and you come in SM. And if you don't have nothing to do, why you go back where you go from? But did you put any program? Okay, you want to be in jail? Yes, okay. But coming for teachers, 2 teachers who beating their chest about jail? Me, Gerard, I cannot watch somebody who beating their chest, yes, for jail. Yes, jail. But as teachers, what are you put in place to avoid these things? What thing as second école deuxième chance? We ain't gonna put something in place for those who are, listen, we can have everything we young people, insertion. Yes, you're getting my job insertion for 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. And after me, that jail there, yes, but before the jail, you need I don't know, a school, a plan, because what you sending a bad message. And coming from teachers, I'm sorry about it. Because when I see the deputy who was proviseur, principal, beating the chest about that's a how to say that, a succès, une prison. Et qu'est-ce qu'on fait avec ceux qui sont pas dans les prisons, qui sont dans la rue? Parce qu'après l'école, il n'y a pas d'MJC pour les rassembler. Les associations, ils n'ont pas de fonds. Le sport est à la dérive. What are we doing? But we beating just for jail? Come on.
Most of them I interviewed tell me, okay, I have a diploma, for instance, in cuisine. But that's not what I want to do.
But it's hard to just tell you.
So they're not in cuisine because that's what they want to do. And no one else is hiring them because that's not their...
École de deuxième chance.
Exactly.
À école de deuxième chance. Today, if the deputy tell me, listen, yes for the jail, but I have put an amendment pour Saint-Martin spécifiquement parce que la loi organique, on a fait beaucoup de campagnes dessus. Tout le monde est touché à la loi organique. But we gonna challenge that. But today, we gonna say, okay, we want RSMA, mais obligatoire. À partir de 18 ans, 16 ans, RSMA. Army, I don't know, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, not good.
Okay?
No, so
Tomika, Janet, we don't have no problem yet, no. Today, we do not have no problem in this country. The problem will be the new generation with college right now in primaire. That's the problem because they're coming up and they're going to find a system.
You know what we also need? A really serious mental institute and for drug addicts. Because when you drive, you see a new one and a new one.
Yeah, you see a new one. But
and a new one. And it's sad.
Janet, I come back to what I just said just now. What was the rules of the MGCs? What is the rules of the association of the quartiers and them? It's after school. When the school done, you got aide au devoir. When mommy and daddy cannot help you, those associations have intervenants to help you. When you have other associations, sports, other cultural associations, they have the fund to help them. We don't have these things. When the child done school, if you don't have parents to encadre, because now you have parents, children are doing children. We know that. If you don't have the encadrement, what do you expect? You expect the children to go to jail? You expect them to smoke? What do you expect to thief?
You know?
And you want to beat your chest about jail?
The sports stop a lot of my students, my old students, from smoking because the football, I need my stamina, I need my stamina, so I can't smoke, I can't do this. And that's how you will know, okay, they are not smokers, they are not drinkers, because sports is such an important part in their life.
Sport, whatever sport you're doing, it brings discipline. Whatever sport you're doing, it brings discipline. And today, we have people who are on sport. You have people who stay on the sport. They're trying their best. But if you don't put the funds, the structure, and I said the last one, I said, listen, you could be whatever you want. Excellence, whatever you want. Whatever you want. S'il n'y a pas les structures. If you don't have the structure, you don't have the structure. Okay? First of all, we have some people staying on these disciplines. But I believe we need to sit down as government. You don't need to like Janet. You don't need to like Janet. And I don't need you to like me. Because I will always tell you if you're wrong. Okay? President will be your deputy will say you're wrong. Say nothing on you're wrong. Okay? They have certain things we could do better. We don't need millions to ameliorate the life of St. Martin people. Economically, we have jobs to do. That jail thing there, Nah. They have an association, I think it's fatherhood, something is that father to be together. I think they have models, one of models. We could use this structure, the fellows come in, they need mentor. And I was watching St. Louis Sugar program, and he mentor. I try to bring as a project, they take the project, but I ain't gonna say who take it, they're going with it. Mentors, people they know in the society, you bring them, these mentors. Like, let we say, Tattoo is a music thing, he's a mentor. That young fellow, when he come out from, he got that video jail, he got somebody to call, to talk. Young people, we don't see something. It's because they don't have nobody to talk. If you don't have nobody to talk, you can't talk with mommy, because maybe mommy may be in a certain age, she will not understand your views. Daddy will not understand your views. Maybe daddy gonna see you being a mic rapping and say you going crazy. No, it's an expression. We need MGCs. We need this thing for the young people to express this thing.
We need a state of the art, not the basic one. Think further than you know. We need.
Listen, I ain't thinking further. I just see far. And as long we have.
If you better not.
No, they ain't listening. Tomorrow somebody gonna tell them we bad talk them last night.
But I'm letting you guys know, if you're better than MGC, right? Think further than you know. See way further, because MGC today is not what it was 5 years ago. We need, for instance, we need a recording studio in there. We need a place where they can play different instruments. We need so many structures in that one building. We need so many. Yeah, it needs to be a beautiful place.
I have a comment here. You're gonna know who that my girl Agnès. She said, talking about insertion, les entreprises locales devraient jouer le jeu aussi, taking young people in alternance or emergence. Agnès, I agree with you, no?
I think
yes. Just look what happened this year. We lend a hand from the collectivity. Okay? And I'm going to say it again. You cannot go in politics, national, say, Monsieur Bayrou, c'est mon ami. Because this thing, alternance, I believe, competence, fiscalité, certain things, use parlementaire, do certain move, no? Say, don't want to say that. Use talk, drink coffee, viens de Carval, whatever I want. But pour things, c'est entreprise localement qui prennent des jeunes en alternative, peut-être sur 2-3 ans, tu as peut-être ça existe, I don't know, the CCI, quand elle met à fiscalité réduite, whatever it is, they have things you can work, but we ain't working in nothing. We ain't working in nothing. We ain't moving forward. We ain't going nowhere. And I started, listen, there's government who come in here, I cannot say I'm doing a good job. I could do better. I'm not going to follow Janet say, yeah, we chose 20 million about that 20 million, we could do a lot of things. And I feel some young élus. I feel some young élus today, some vex because they cut the portfolios. They vex, but they will not come to me and you say it's vex because we're in the media. How you going to voice your opinion? You want to cut, some don't get in sanction.
But then you need to voice your opinion.
That's one thing I tell you. Me? You have to use your head.
Listen, I'm sorry, but
Article 74.
Go and government and be quiet.
It's not quiet. Me, I saw. It's not quiet. I believe before we go in politics, and we young people, we don't do that a lot. We see the big picture. And today, they used to say the male, he don't have no common sense. He's this. But a lot of politicians will be like the male today. Okay? They want to be like the male today. And the young people who they put in charge, listen, I got to do better. I train our best. They try the best. They try the best. They try the best.
How do you know that?
They try the best.
How do you know that?
Today, after somebody tell me the CIA were crying because they cut the portfolio, they cut certain things. So they try the best. Things they cut in the budgets. Because Janet, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Because at the end of the day, you coming back to a population in 2027 and say, vote for us. I can't vote for you if you sign on for 5 years. I'm sorry. If those things are happening to you and you feel away, because of course, if you are suffering, the population will end up suffering, and you're not saying anything, I cannot vote for you and in 2027. So I'm saying it from now. Don't come in front of me. Don't come.
But they ain't gonna come in front of you. They're gonna put it in the mailbox. Listen, they gonna put it in your mailbox. They put it in your mailbox. But listen, this government had everything because the campaign about Daniel Gibbs smash up everything. Today, what did you build back? Let's be honest today. I earn 1 year and couple months. What did you back? No, I asked. Okay?
We get airline.
I tell you, drop that airline thing.
We get an airline.
Drop that airline
but we get
thing.
it.
Yeah, we get it, but we need to move forward. We need to move forward. Folks, listen.
We get the college.
You get the college, you got the personnel to put it in, to work inside.
I didn't even have students to go there, so I don't even know.
Listen, the thing's simple. I wish in a year and couple months, good luck to government, and I will say, I will not come and just say, yeah, everything running good. Everything is not running good. Or Janet say, yeah, go president, if you recognize, even president recognize a mistake, that will not change everything. President could have changed how they sent the trajectoire a year ago. Could have changed the trajectoire. What gonna happen in this year, the coming, it gonna be propaganda for election. Okay?
I hope they come and go because the young people, been following, the young people
that what
who not
changed
saying anything, been understand.
That what changed the thing. It's not, you cannot do politics like, you cannot do politics like before we wasn't born. Everybody following. And now they don't like when you write. If you write something, they don't screenshot, say you write about somebody. No. You don't think it's a new generation that people, we start to get sick because we travel and we watch this island who got less money than us, building things. Anguilla, moving forward. Yeah, they got money. Consultant, you're going to St. Jean Bosco before us. Anyway, but sorry, somebody tell her in live. They say we're going to St. Jean Bosco. Listen, at least if we go to St. Jean Bosco, we're going to end up in the jail, the building. No, listen, let's be serious. I think they need to sit down and do a seminar between all you. The last time I said that, somebody said, but that thing ain't going to be useful. Do a seminar between our elected people. Yeah, and to know.
I think they have meetings, but they just
You watch the last Conseil Territorial?
No.
Did you watch the last Conseil Territorial? That's the last point we're gonna do before we get out, before Patou install comfort us audio. But listen, the last city we had there, did you watch it?
No, I didn't get it.
Okay. President don't have the majority. Let me say it tonight. I ain't do Sciences Po. I ain't do Sciences. No, but you could see when President reached, President was tense. If you had chopped President would do boom. You could see it. And Neil, I don't know. If you had chopped President, you would do boom. And then, when the vote passed, because he had no main levy, the vote passed. The president wake up and tell them, listen, I the boss. I the boss. I the boss. Because listen, president have a majority, but I believe every conseil, if you want to pass something, you need to negotiate.
When you see the part, like after the part where the vice president says something, what was it?
Who? The teacher?
Too professional, too.
Listen, the teacher. Listen, we're gonna say something when she say when she say beep to Daniel Gates. Salah was supposed to be there to do the beep. When he do the beep, listen, the woman was tired. From the time the woman walked in and sat, she saw in she phone.
How can you be tired?
Okay? She saw in she phone. First of all, she three sous tutelle conseiller who have portfolio under she. Don't give her the procuration. Let's be real, people. They give her the procuration. Okay? They give her the procuration. How do you want a woman to feel? How do you want a woman to feel?
You think it's that?
She was stressed. And possibly our teacher, she was stressed and tired of him. She got tired of Daniel Gates and she got come up and she was in the front, but she had to respect Daniel in the opposition and still make them get the quorum.
She should be emotionally wise. I know when you are elected, you go to do a formation to have the pasture.
The formation from Sciences Po?
The pasture of an elected member. She should have used that formation. And keep her composure because
you don't watch Nanya movie?
Nanya?
Yeah. Okay. That's all I have to answer you. A lot of things is fictive. So Tomika, Janet to close we last show, and we thank everybody who was reacting to social media and those who was in the car. We will be back next week. Huh? But I will read in the comments. They say we're going to our Saint Jean Bosco. So close for me before. We ain't going to Saint Jean Bosco. Okay? We got local jail. That's how everything jail we got. Janet, I'll leave you the spot to close the show tonight. To show the show. Yeah, to close. Where is that deep hole, eh?
Deep hole. But yeah, we're coming up at that. So, I want to wish you guys a happy new year, a safe new year. I want to wish you guys a lot of prosperity, a lot of love between each other, because I could see the frustration coming out these days, and success, much success. And this is the last show of the year. I don't know if you guys will see me next year.
If we don't be such a Bosco.
But yeah, I want to wish you guys all the best for the new year. And thank you guys for listening. It was a very nice show with you, Shagan. Thank you for inviting me.
Well, I hope you enjoy, and people was enjoying because we had people watching, commenting, and we thank everybody who follow us for the year, because something's not we don't get blows. We get blows because we say our opinion, and a lot of people don't like that, and they will say, yeah, you against. We're not against nobody. Okay, we're not against nobody. It's like, I believe with the new generation, or somebody said I was certainly the precise new generation. And the thing is, we getting tired, all our islands moving, and we're not even rame. We're not even in a boat say, we're going rame. We need to move forward. We need to see, we could sit down and say, who coming after us could be safe. And when I mean safe, is not, boy land is good. But the key position is not only the collectivity. Key position is, if we die next year, we die. Is maybe if we see the new Bethany home in 30, 20 years, we have local doctors. We could go in a panel, we see Dr. Carty, we see Dr. Omego. I just say name so. We see Dr. James, Dr. Gums. These things. When you address to a lawyer got a problem, it's a local lawyer. These things. We need to build these things. If we don't sit down with young people, and I never forget in school days, they used to bring some weed. Napoleon is a good fellow. Yeah, Napoleon is a good fellow. And Christophe Columbus discovers. You need to tell me how you discover a country and you had people there already. And all these things, let's use this system to build this new generation. Go to the young people in the schools. Stay down. Talk with them. Listen.
They say they hot being on the AC.
Yeah, but listen. Now to be a kine, you don't need 10 years of education. No, you got kine all over. Let me tell you something. I had a back pain. That's to close the show. Everybody with a kidney. I had a back pain. The woman was in my chest. She was in my chest. And when I come out, I had more pain. You understand? So we need to build this stuff. I mean, don't watch every time the young people come out, they got to work collectivity. We need to diversify. When I say diversify, is key position, doctors, we could say a lot. On the radio, we could talk a lot, but government don't decide. We need program. Other countries got a program. You got boost to be. I got friends.
We need numbers.
Yeah, but you got to institute the sondage. Why else you want?
We need numbers.
What numbers?
I need numbers.
If we was good in numbers, you think we would have been in deficit doing loans now? So, folks, thank you. Thank you for those who follow us from January last year to December this year. Be safe. Take care of yourself. And no beef. Don't forget tomorrow, I got to promote it. We got concert de... It's not tomorrow. The first, we have concert de la paix. So be safe. Be safe and listen. If a partner don't tell you morning, don't worry about it. Do your road. If your girlfriend get a new man, don't get vexed. Life is more important. Don't get beat. Get a new one. A side chick, whatever it is, as long as she local. And thank you for those people. I have to think a certain time of people listen. They after shows, they're gonna tell you what went wrong, what good. And I always like to take critics. If I know I was wrong, and this afternoon a woman say, but you in front of the politician, you don't be hard on him. I say, don't be hard with him. I cool with him. And the politician, it's just like me and you. They don't have no blue vein or yellow blood. It's just like me and you. In 2027, don't get fooled by a basket. That's a puppy show. These people need to eat every year. It's a puppy show. People, St. Martin people, read. If you don't know, ask your young people to read to know what's going on. Listen to radios and for news to know what's going on. Don't leave people fool you. Because we need to move forward. We're not moving forward. 19 years, we vote a statute to be better. Free at last. Free at last. I guess I'm a school consultant. So, folks, thank you. And I think I have to thank Tattoo Starlight because we overtime. We're going to get blues tomorrow. He did on the back. And thanks, everybody. And see you guys next week. Is next New Year? Yeah. Next week, Mardi, we're going to be in the house. I got a guest who's going to be in the house because, you know, camping coming up. We got camping next year. And don't forget, next year, we have a campaign going on. We got campaign going on. If you're reading book, you're reading Facebook, you know what's going on. So, folks, be safe. Take care. Bye-bye. We can tell the people bye-bye.
For vivre pas ça, baby. Nous pas dois je tomber dans chapitre ça. Tout vieux péché me cache dans tiroir. Refacer tout ça qui est dans mémoire. À chaque fois me fait ou mal, me pense au poil qui t'aime, baby. Ou toujours là. Chaque fois, me fait plus mal, me pense au poil qui t'aime, baby. Ou toujours là pour moi. Pas qu'un l'autre chant pour me dire, baby, I fucked up. I know, fucked up. We know, ou pas besoin de garder nos jeux comme ça. Please don't give up. Baby, I fucked up. I know, fucked up. We know, ou pas besoin de garder nos jeux comme ça. Please don't give up. I've burned the bridge that held us tight. I let the truth out in the night. Each word I spoke, I made things worse. Yet you're still here. You stay the same. I see the cracks I placed on you. The love I broke but never knew. You've been so patient with me, and baby, you still here. You stay the same. À chaque fois, me fait ou mal, me pense au poil qui t'aime, baby. Ou toujours là pour moi, ou toujours là pour moi. À chaque fois, me fait plus mal, me pense au poil qui t'aime, baby. Ou toujours là pour moi. Pas qu'un l'autre chant pour me dire, baby, I fucked up. I know, fucked up. Moi, non, on pas besoin de garder le